really pulled it together. I have a new schedule for myself that I'm still trying to get used to. So bear with me. At some point in my life, I'm gonna pull it together. But I'm finally going to discuss Khloe Kardashian's Strong Looks Better Naked. For those of you who don't know, at the beginning of the year, I said I would like to get back into reading. And so this was the book I chose. It's been almost 2 months. And I said I would like to do it once every month. But this is where we're at. I finally got it read. It wasn't that it was hard to read at all. It was actually a very good, straightforward, easy read. I think what it was is you could easily put it down and then just easily pick it back up like a couple days later and continue reading. So yeah, so let's discuss. Go get something nice to drink. Pause the video, go get something nice to drink. Go get a snack. I'm having some Smart Sweets. These are delish. And my water is sparkling water with some pomegranates in it. So yeah, let's discuss. I really like the book. There was people who didn't like the book, and when I read why they didn't like it, I could see what if you're looking for something like so profound that she's gonna say, or you're looking for juicy gossip, this isn't the book for you. I think for anyone that is trying to get healthier and maybe in a better mindset, this would be a good book to read. It's not like, so the one thing a lot of people said, well, it's not like she's sharing anything new, which is true. I totally agree. It's the way I think in a lot of ways she put it. Like, I felt like the way she wrote, it was almost like she was sitting there just straightforward talking to you. Like, from what I've seen on the show, how she wrote is how she sounds on TV, if that makes sense. So she broke the book up into 3 different parts. One is exercise, the other one's mind, and then after that it's heart. And then from there, so like in the body part, like exercise and food. In the mind part, it was get your head straight and make the best of everything. And in heart, it was be mindful, which I find like that was a big section for me. There was something, even though a lot of the stuff she talked about, I was like, yeah, it either just sort of reminded me or reinforced some of the thoughts I had, and then just like the way she put it, I was like, you know what, I totally do that too. So this is, I'll be honest, I haven't been working out lately. I've fallen totally off that wagon, but I want to get back into it. And I think just the way she's put things in this book, it will totally help me. It sort of gave me a better mindset. Go figure. So just like with the exercise, she talked about her journey, how she got into exercise, how it progressed. She just sort of started out small, and then it seemed to get bigger, and it was something that over time it became more important to her. And then she also discussed food and how she went and had blood work done and went through that whole thing like with a specialist. And she does acknowledge at times there is some things like if you have the money to do that, that's great, but you don't have to do that. So if you don't have the money, that's not a necessity. Like, there was like your basic things. We all know we should stay away from like carbs, like breaded carbs and stuff. And like she was saying, and the other cool thing she did was she got the experts, like people she dealt with, like her trainer. She let him write like a little insert, and then the guy who did her blood work for this food like dietitian thing, she let him write an insert. And it was just like very informative. Like, as much as it was stuff I knew, there was like other ways they put it, and there were like other options they gave me that maybe I necessarily didn't know. And like, it was even, she touched basically on, you know, I love cheese. So like, really as humans, we shouldn't eat as much dairy as we do. And she was just saying how like, I love cheese, so I don't put cheese in my house because I'll just eat it all. And it is a thought, like, I love sugary things, and sugar is so not good for us. But as much as I know that, I will still demolish like a whole bar of chocolate but if it's not in the house, she also made a point of saying, like, if you're forced to drive to a grocery store, the chances are you probably won't drive to the grocery store for it. And that's so true. So I like that. And there was like other sort of suggestions like her and the guy made about food, and that she put some of her recipes in that I totally cannot, some of them I can't wait to try. Like she has a hummus recipe and it's just like so simple. She actually also said, don't deprive yourself of the like maybe not so necessarily good foods. Like she puts in a breaded chicken recipe she has, and she's like, she's apparently amongst her family, she's very famous for it, but it's not 100% good. But you shouldn't deprive yourself, because if you deprive yourself too much, you're gonna want it more. So those things I knew, but hearing the way she put them, I'm like, yeah, like, you know when you're having a talk with a girlfriend and she says something, you're like, yeah, like you totally get what I'm saying. I think that's what it is. It was like she just was putting it on straightforward, but not so like scientific that it was like, oh, like we've all gotten those like health books where it's like the better diet and stuff. And she also touches on that, like dieting doesn't work. Like you shouldn't go into something and say, I'm gonna lose 30 pounds. Really, your mindset and your approach should be, I'm gonna go into this so that I'm healthy. Like it's a lifestyle change, not like, because she even pointed out like a lot of people will do these drastic diets and then they'll lose the 30 pounds and then all of a sudden they just sort of fall off and the 30 pounds comes back, you know? So I really appreciated that. I liked that she had the inserts and it was straightforward. It was an easy read, like I said. If you're looking for a lot of juicy gossip, that was another complaint, people that she didn't have. She just sort of did touch on things, like she did get into stories about her and Lamar. She talked about Caitlyn Jenner a bit. She did talk about her dad and losing her dad and that whole situation. But it was like just little stories that she sort of put in as she was talking about things as examples. So I really like that because it did personalize it with some of the things she was saying, because I myself have lost a parent and we've all went through relationship things at some point in our life where we haven't been with someone we thought we might be with for the rest of our lives and things like that. And I'm like, you know, a lot of people sort of poo-poo on the Kardashians. They are only human being. And I do feel she wrote this from her heart, and she, you know, she was really good at, like, she did write a really good book. And the nice thing is she put pictures all through it. Like there's one of her and Bruce, her of Rob, like some really good pictures. There's some really nice pictures. She also did this, and I love this. She went through and put different like quotes and sayings from people. She had a lot of really good ones, like Maya Angelou. She put one from a couple from Buddha. Willie Nelson was in there. Like just so many, and I like that extra added touch. It was just sort of like she was able to tie it all in together. It was, I just found like it was really good. So if you're looking for a book, like something just more and less to keep you motivated, and you're like, yeah, I totally agree with that, this is the book. If you're looking for something that's gonna profoundly change your life, this isn't for you. You're not gonna, she just sort of breaks it down the way, like, if you wanna be healthy, do the basics of whatever. Don't buy into all this other crap. And like there's, you know, she did a really, really great book, and there was a few things she said, like when it got into the mind part, like an idle mind, you know, they say an idle mind is a devil's playground, which I totally agree. If you don't keep yourself busy, your mind's not doing anything, it will turn into mush, or you overthink things. And so there was a number of things, like the mindset part she wrote really well, like just about pushing forward and how not to be a whiner. She made a great suggestion that before you like whine or complain about something, write it down and then read it back to yourself and then say to yourself, now would I want to be friends with that person? So I thought that was really great. So I do suggest it to anyone. It is a great read. It's straightforward. It might make you, encourage you a little bit more. And then on the inside, if you like hanging posters, I will not hang this because I might as well, I will probably sell this book, or I'll like lend it out. But there's like a big fold out of her. So this gets 5 unicorns. I'm gonna rate everything with unicorns from 1 to 5. So this is a 5 unicorner. We like this book. And this brings me to my next book. So like I said, I have a ton of books sitting on my bookshelf that I need to get read. So the next one, this one has been sitting on my bookshelf for a number of years, and it's Judy's Blooms in the Unlikely Advent. So that's the next one. We'll see you guys in a month to review this one, and let me know if you guys ever feel like doing a Facebook Live and we can discuss a book. If there is like a book I do and you're like, I've read it and I get enough people that are interested, let me know and I'll do like a Facebook Live on my Facebook page, and we can do a discussion too. So yeah, so we will see you guys Tuesday, and we will see you in a month to review that.